live? Oop. Okay, cool. I think we're here. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our birthday live stream. We're celebrating 9 years of Black Nerds Create. We're almost double digits.
That's crazy. It's
What a
also my niece's birthday today, and they were like, "Hey, are you coming for cake and pizza?" And I was like, "No, I'm going to a different birthday party." She turned 7. We're turning 9. That's insane.
Yeah. It's very I mentioned it to my mom before I started setting up. It's a wild situation, but we're here. Hi, I'm Bayana. I know we have our what's it called? Name cards, and most of y'all know, or probably all of y'all know us at this point. But I'm Bayana. I'm the I'm a co-founder of Black Nerds Create. 9 years and counting.
Like she's never done this before.
I know.
It's new every time.
Hi, I'm Robin. I am a co-founder of Black Nerds Create, and I am here while there is WNBA on the TV. That comes in handy later, but I just want you. I'm missing a birthday party for a human, and I have the WNBA game on mute because I love y'all, despite my better judgment.
And yourself, you built this too.
Sure did.
It's because I have a hard time saying no to my little cousins.
Unless it's their birthday.
You're like, bye.
Bye.
Oh man. Hey y'all, I'm DJ. I do a bunch of content things here. I've been doing it for a couple years now, so that's cool.
It's very cool. Okay, so as y'all know, Black Nerds Create, we're a collective of Black nerds that make content through the lens of fandom and creation. You may know us from things like our Black fantasy podcast, Wizard Team, our Doctor Who podcast, Who Watch Time and Relative Blackness in Space. You might know us from Token Black Folks content. You might know us from taking over Twitter to do Zutara rants. All sorts of things.
That was only one time, wasn't it?
I know, but
Maybe
someone might know us from there.
That's true.
You know?
I was just saying, I was like, I don't remember. I feel like it slipped out once, but I don't remember it. But they might have found us.
I mean, you know,
welcome, if you did find us that way.
Yes. So this is our birthday party. This is a celebration. We are who we are. So we're aiming for it to go about an hour and a half, but you know, fun times. Who can say when the party will stop? I wanted to kick it off. I wanted to ease us in. I'm going to ease us in. Just asking your favorite memories of BNC, whether it's making content, things that happened in our wonderful community. Oh, you might know us from our Discord community, formerly Slack, and all of the nonsense that happens there on a daily basis. I don't know. So I don't know who wants to start first, but if you have like a top of mind memory, let us know. And if you are watching at home in the chat, give us some like a memory that you really love about BNC. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Just, you know, we've been out here for 9 years. There's got to be something that you enjoyed.
Crazy.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Otherwise,
For some reason you're still rocking this.
Yeah.
Still rocking. We're in this together. So
I have one.
Okay.
That is, it's extremely recent, so it's not like I could think of one that's further back too. But in Discord, the whole like rat beef and the way that like escalated, but then also how it escalated in our community, I think was hilarious and was really fun. Specifically because DJ created this ongoing thread in our Discord about all this rat beef that's very it was very chaotic at first. So I don't know how many people were in that thread initially, but it was really fun to kind of see how as things started escalating, and then when Kendrick dropped Euphoria, how there was like a flood into that thread, and then just the way that we experienced that together. I think sometimes like the live moments are some of my favorite, just because we're all kind of reacting at the same time. We're all, you know what I mean? Like sometimes we'll have like curated moments where it's like we're all discussing this thing that we love at the same time, and like those are fun too. But then the moments that no one is expecting and we're all just like in it together, all minds blown, like those moments are really fun. So I'm gonna say that, but I can also think of another one if I need to.
So Stacey Ann as a reaction. I kind of forgot that your middle name is not Ann.
I don't
like
know if
gun
I
to head.
What your middle name is.
I don't know what your middle name. Like gun to head, they'd be like, "What is Stacey's name?" Stacey Ann. That's hilarious. Amani being a troll as always. The Tuesday and Thursday post.
Please.
We really tried it. We really tried it. Oh, wait.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. Look who's here.
Hey, pew pew.
Don't look at this now. It's a problem.
At least they're done, child. I was like,
at least you're here. Portia, please introduce yourself. And everyone should know that she is like juggling 2 events at once.
Yeah, I'm on CP time. It's not a surprise. It's fine. So Portia Patterson, hers, she, her. I am a third of the Wizard team now, and also Chief Experience Officer for Black Nerds Create. I be forgetting things. And you may know me for reviewing books and things, as well as being on the pod. I am a hater of some things, which we will find out today.
You're already ready. You're prepping people for the violence. You're about to.
So we're going through right now our favorite memories of BNC. If you want to think of them, I'm going to go through the chat some more, but if you got one, just start talking or raise your hand. I don't know. Okay, so I don't remember this. The Jason Mraz flag burning. I do remember yelling at y'all about Jason Mraz.
I remember a flame in the
but I don't remember burning it.
Unpopular opinions day, like it was just like a unpopular.
No, what we were doing was it was during the pandemic, and I was in the house, and I was like, we need to have a regional playlist. I mean, and I sent everyone off to put in some like bangers of their region. And I put Jason Mraz in the Southern California chat, and everyone thought that I lost my mind. And I was like, y'all are tripping. Jason Mraz is like an institution. But I don't think I burned anything. I was just like, y'all are wrong. You're wrong. I was like, that may not be your
remember
thing.
that.
But before
the burning, I remember. I feel like it was like a phoenix. Like we had to rename the channel and Slack Phoenix.
That was the first one.
The first one. We only had one.
No, I think we've had other burnings that weren't as dramatic. Yeah. Or also weren't as like what's the word? Like contentious in the way that like I would, because I also think of a burning as something that's like chaos. And I feel like we've had more than one like chaotic moment, even if everybody's on the same side and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like going off of each other. I feel like we've had other moments since then, but that was like maybe the that was definitely the like one. Nobody expected it to go that way. It was like the first time it had ever happened where things just kind of got out of hand, but everyone was also having a great time. That, yeah.
I think of the burning as me minding my business. I was on a flight, and y'all were doing craziness in the Slack, and I saw a lot of when I was catching up to all of the craziness of what's happening in the Slack. I saw a lot of wait till Robin gets here. Because y'all were talking about NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys. If you like the Backstreet Boys,
that wasn't NSYNC Backstreet Boys.
Well,
that was a different. That was a mini. That was before that. That was a mini one. That was
which
different.
one is the one where I burned everything? Was it Harry Potter?
It wasn't that you burned everything. Everything burned. It was Potter related, but everything.
Oh yes,
burned.
that
was all. That was the unpopular opinion one.
Amani, Amani has a hashtag right. That's what happened. I think you were in a flight or something. We were like, oh, Robin. But it's so funny because I
deleted a channel. I deleted a channel that was very like foundational. I deleted basically either the like general channel or like the Harry Potter like Wizarding World channel.
Maybe there was another one too. Maybe it was the one with the like. There are too many ones with the name I just remembered because I think maybe somebody in the channel like yesterday put the like vowel replacement thing.
That was ridiculous.
Nick's not here yet. That one too. I feel like there's been a couple where it's just been like, this is gone now.
No, I feel like the burning that sticks in my head is one where like, again, I feel like my penchant for chaos, like my barrier for chaos is like, oh, this is just funsies. And then Robin's like, no, it must all go down. And I'm like, this is just fun. We're just having a little kiki. And she's like, no, this is it. Everyone's doing too much. It must die.
This is
to me, the burning TM, as Delia calls it.
Yeah.
I deleted a channel. And then we had a whole
But I feel like that deletion of a channel was a whole separate thing. I feel like there was a specific incident that we had to the channel was renamed Phoenix after.
Yeah, we just renamed it. We didn't delete channels then.
It didn't get
but we should keep going. I will say that it was definitely Brittany in the Discord because I just found this in the chat.
I think Nick start that? Because I remember Nick being a big.
No, but Nick
encouraged it.
Far.
Yes, was the fan to the flame.
If it was a burning, we can call Nick the fire. What do you call that stuff? The propane. When you
we're thinking of different
gasoline. The gasoline. It's flying. There's a fire.
Speaking of
the devil. There's a fire happening, and then you throw the thing on it, and then it becomes like you came at the right time. We're talking about you.
A fire? Why is a fire? What's going on?
We're talking about the time in which you guys a new language was being created, and you did not help
the language.
The situation.
Language, no. Why would I help it?
And then
I helped it flourish. What are we on about? What's the problem?
I love Victor calling us out immediately. We are still on time. Oh no, we're not. We are behind.
We're not. We started late. We're definitely not on time. So let's get back on task. Connie. Yes. Connie says, meeting my cousins. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. I actually is kind of like crazy. I feel like thinking about all the people that we've met and like have now known for almost a decade is a very
guys, when we started this, she didn't exist.
That too.
She didn't exist. But now she exists and she's a pain in my ass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, why is this doing this?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's probably
I thought you were doing it on purpose. I thought this was
no. I was like, why does it keep going?
I think that Luna got a hold of the mouse. My bad. I think that's what happened.
Gotcha.
Okay. Anyone else have memories because I'm gonna get us back on track.
Of DNC.
I mean,
Ooh.
I'm waiting to do mine because I want to like roll it into my presentation. But
Okay.
I feel
well,
like a lot
this
of
is
everybody else is done. I could go, but I feel like
this is okay. Well, I will say then, one of my favorite memories was I was like super nervous to meet Stacy. And I was like, this can only go one of two ways. And I don't think it will be bad, but it could be because Stacy likes to type loudly. Like, where is the meteor? And so I was a little bit like, I don't know if I could match her energy. And then she was so nice and just chill. It was great. But and that was like one of the first times too at like LeakyCon basically that we rolled out in math. And so it was another thing where I was just really nervous about like how that would go. And it was great. DJ, you do your, and then let's move on because we're moving on. We're rolling.
Okay. Cool. Well, so I have like two. So I have a kind of silly one, and then like a more feels one. So my kind of like silly one. I was just thinking about, so as mentioned, we have a Discord community. If you are watching and are not in that, you should join. I think most folks are though. And so we have our Discord community, and my partner is in the community like with me, but I try not to like have it. I've been in spaces where like either people are very cliquey or like folks and their partners are there and it like takes a lot of space. So I try not to do that. I try to keep stuff in our threads. But so I've had a few family threads where people have given input. And the one that really is like fun or sticks out to my mind was about the tooth fairy. Jerome and I had different opinions on like tooth fairy, how we go about it, what the lore is, how much does a fairy bring and all of that. And so I like went to the community and I was like, I need y'all's input. It's like a am I the asshole type situation. And it was just it was just so funny. Not y'all already in the chat talk about stealing food. First of all, everybody sided with Jerome, which was unexpected, but I forgave y'all for not everybody. I think Bree was on my side. Maybe I'm trying to figure out who else was on my side. There were a couple other people that were real ones. Vic was on my side. Okay. But it was just fun to be able to like share like that piece of like real life stuff with the community, and then also just have the community like help me laugh through all of it. So I think that art is still there. If you're gonna say you did it. Wow, Bree, there's photo evidence. At the very least, you were neutral. Not because he was right, child. Anywho, yeah, so that was the one. But then more generally, I just appreciate for myself and for anyone else, like the encouragement and hype that people get around like things that they're interested in or potential like ideas that they have, creative ideas that they have, that the group like really encourages folks, and then you just see it flourishing. So like there's a lot of people. I joined BNC like I found like as an audience, not the team, I think in like 2019. So it's like 5 years for me, but like in that 5 years, like so many folks have started new projects, done different things, including myself. And so just watching other people create and then getting encouragement to create, I like made my website and different podcast projects, obviously in the team now. And y'all have spent a lot of time gassing me of recent in the music channel. And so I'm taking that and running with that because apparently I don't respect my own time. And we'll be launching a new project at the end of this month. That will be live reacting to the new music drops on Friday. So for those that don't know or maybe watching this back, I really like to look out for the new music releases each Friday. Like most artists will drop their new albums and songs like midnight Friday. Sometimes I stay up for the artists that I love, or other times I like listen back. It's kind of how I get into new artists and all of that. And so I have been doing a written play-by-play in the channel, just like, here's my stream of consciousness. I listen to music before work, which other groups would be like, this is annoying, but you all have taken and have love and engaged with me and like shown me new artists and stuff like that. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it chaotically. We're gonna do it live. Every Thursday night, midnight, I will be on Twitch, live reacting to the new music drops. I will be looking for stuff both that I'm interested in and then taking feedback from the audience. Like, what are you looking forward to this week? Let's listen to something crazy. For all the night owls, it's going to be a party. For those of you that respect your sleep schedules, I'll have a write-up of everything, of everything we talk about that goes out in the BNC Patreon during the day. So there will be 2 ways to engage. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully we get to explore new music together and build an audience on a new platform. So I believe the first one will be, I don't have a name yet, which is why I haven't given you a name. Suggestions welcome. But the first one will be May 30th, which is also the day that we have our, which book is it now? Our Butler discussion.
Octavia Butler,
Clay's Arc, right? So that's the day we have our Clay's Arc discussion. So some of us will be up late anyway that day because we'll be discussing Clay's Arc, but really the whole series, because that's book 4, from 9 to 11. And then right when that ends, I'll be hopping on Twitch for the first episode of the music cast.
Oh,
and y'all are super sweet.
We have a name.
Yes.
No. Yeah, I can't
Yes.
Ooh. Oh man. Okay.
I'm really excited.
Oh,
I am very excited about this. I enjoy your write-ups. I do not go to a lot, especially when the hip hop is hippity hoppity in. I love the drama and the intrigue. So I'm very excited too, just because it's not just when you are listening to the new music, but especially if there's sneak disses and stuff. I feel like I get a whole sociological presentation when I go into the music, and then I do
like to bring in the context.
People need, because some of us are extremely elderly, okay, and we don't know these people. We know one of these people. I know a artist in this situation, and DJ will be like, okay, so bet they did a song with this person, then they did a song with that person, and then they was talking mess, and everybody thinks it's about that person. I'm like, damn, for real, they were doing all that. So yeah, that's what y'all are in. We literally typing up doing 1,500. We that is an article, baby. That is the whole thing. She's like, I don't know. We okay. Okay.
So. DJ swears to me that this person Doja Cat is one person, but apparently,
oh my god,
no, you simply have face blindness for Doja Cat.
What? Yeah, I'm huh?
No, and no matter what the situation
every time she's you refuse to know this person. That is Doja Cat. I'm that's a completely different person from last time.
Which is also funny because I feel like she's a very easy person. You know what I mean? I feel like she's
to me,
extremely present in pop culture.
Yeah. So it's just funny to me.
Every time, 100% of the time, if I see one of those prompts, it's oh, what month, would you survive an apocalypse if, whatever, the singer was your month or whatever. And it's always Doja. And I'm Robin is going to do the thing. And then 30 minutes later, Robin is I don't know who that is for that month, but perhaps. And it's always funny. It's always hilarious. So I'm how do you not? You should just assume if you don't know,
if I don't know,
lady, you should just operate from the place that is probably Doja Cat.
If it's a light-skinned lady that I do not know, it is Doja.
It's that's feeling yeah, I'm saying Doja, and maybe you're wrong, but it's 80% chance you're right,
Yep, maybe. Okay. So I'm very excited about this. We are going to move on now, and we're going to try to get back in shape, back on track, back on our on schedule. On schedule? Yeah. So we are going to start with, hold on one second. Do I need to do the?
I think DJ got it, right?
DJ, are you going to go first? Yes. Okay.
I can go first because I don't know if Delia is here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So DJ is going to give us a through pattern of this live stream. If you're a baddie, you might know. It's also a presentation party. And the presentations are 5 minutes on something that you could talk about with no prompting. There is no prompt. It's just 5 minutes of a thing that you want to talk to us about, and we want to listen. 5 minutes of something you can nerd out about, if we take it back to the beginning. Okay, and we're starting with Donnelly. Are you ready?
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know
how to
why
do
we're pulling out
this.
governments right now, but that's fine.
5-ish minutes. We'll see you then. See you later.
Okay. Let me get this up. I actually think I'll be less than 5 minutes, y'all. Isn't that crazy? Now let's see if this can work. Oh, it's so pretty. Can we see the slides? I'm looking for comments. There might be a delay though. Yay, okay, folks can see it. So I was going to do another topic and I switched it last minute, as I do. I'm very excited about this one though. My topic is 5 reasons you should have more costume parties even at your big age. Thank you, Connie. Already have a vote of confidence here. Oh, I don't think I can. Can y'all put Connie's little note on screen, even though you're not up here? I'm not in the admin account. When will you see me do a? Listen, we're trying to get into a bigger space this summer, like a new house. So if I got the space for it, y'all are welcome. We used to do an annual murder mystery Halloween party. So true to this. But here are your 5 reasons. I hope you're very convinced. Number 1, this is a very like E5 answer. Y'all are gonna be like, what is wrong with you? But it's true. I believe that throwing a costume party is a great way to learn about your friends' interests and their character. Let me tell you why. Some people will claim that they don't like costume parties. Those people are wrong. What they don't like about costume parties are things like pressure from people to like stay true to a certain format, like, oh, why would you do that version of the character versus this version of the character, or you know, you did all this, but where's your hat type of thing. So what they don't like is obnoxious people or people who are like too focused on critique and not just like the fun of it. And also like pressure to spend money that they don't have versus like a kind of community approach of like, let's pull stuff out of the closet and see what we got and like put things together, which is a more fun way to do it. What they may not like is feeling like if it's a property that they don't know, there's no entry in. So like when you're planning, figuring out if there's a way for you to make a space for multiple fan properties or really choose one that your friends are into. So I think both in terms of how people design their costume, you can learn new things about them. You'd be like, I did not know you were into that. Like they're coming as a random video game character you had no idea about, or you learn that their favorite book is Alice in Wonderland, and you would never have learned that if you hadn't thrown a party. Or you can find out that like, oh, you know, this person is not showing up in the way that I'd like them to. We can have a conversation about that. And maybe we grow, and maybe I decide, you know what, you're not coming to group functions anymore. It is a good personality test. I swear by it. That's reason number one. I would like affirmation from Britt and Bree, our social worker here. I believe this could be in the textbooks as proven, documented research on my part. My second reason is it's a fun way to tap into your creative brain. So I like this is Black Nerds Create. We create a lot. Sometimes we run into the problem of like, oh, you've made the thing you love your job, and you're doing that now, which doesn't mean it's not fun, but costume parties are like completely, they're like separate, removed from the types of creation you usually do, maybe from your like, I'm supposed to be writing, but I have writer's block, or maybe you don't have a creative job at all and you don't really think that way at all. And now you're like, I need to figure out how to make a costume that's Barney but steampunk. Have a lot of fun with that. And so yeah, it's fun, I think, to do either if you're someone who plans on your own, or like I was talking about before, kind of calling a group of people together and going piece by piece. In that way, looking at other folks online, Tumblr, Pinterest, whatever, and seeing like the creativity that other folks have done. And it's just a good distraction from everything that we need distractions from in this life. Yes, Nick. You see? I just had to come up with a costume on the spot. I said, what would be fascinating and cool? I'm gonna write that one down to come back to you. That would be like, oh, like the whole party. Sorry. I will finish sentences, y'all, I promise. I was almost going to do a sneak peek of another. Well, folks in the Discord know that there's theoretically at some point in the future going to be a kids show podcast coming out. And so I was like, what if there was a costume party that was all like kids shows characters, but steampunk? And I was like, oh, that can align with the kids show podcast. So now I've gone down several loops here. Number 3, which I've already kind of gotten into. It's a great way to reuse and repurpose clothing, jewelry, art, etc. I don't throw away a lot of stuff in general. So things that are now coming back in fashion because all the youth want to dress like it's 2005, or just stuff that I had for other, like I have suspenders with rainbow smiley faces from I don't even remember what the theme of the party was, but they're here. And then like one of my friends borrowed them for like another event, like very recently. And so I'm the person people call up, be like, do you have this random thing? And I'm like, yes, I do have that polka dot handkerchief that you need because I used it for this other thing. And so it's a fun way to do that, and to get creative with your supplies and such. Yeah. 4, the reason why costume parties are better than other parties, especially if you are bringing different groups of friends together, people that don't necessarily know each other together, is it comes with built-in points for connection and socialization, right? The small talk is already there. Either you know who the person is dressed as, and you could be like, oh my God, I love your Princess Peach costume. Or you do not know who the person is dressed as, and you're like, what's this character? Tell me more. Maybe that you're about to share with them their new favorite like media property. And so that's really, really great. As a host, it makes you feel less like, oh my gosh, I have to really walk around, like work the room, like make sure people are chatting, because that piece is already there. Like part of the fun is already built in. And I say flexible structure, because like you can do costume parties online. You could do a general theme. Like I said, we used to do like murder mystery. So it was like it was costume and murder mystery. And folks signed up. They told us what character they wanted to do. And we wrote the characters into a story, and then they came in costume like for that character. And our general theme was usually just like fairy tale. So like any fairy tale character at all, which opened it up a lot. So yeah, it's flexible structure, lots of different ways to do it, lots of different themes to come up with, and you give people an easy entry point to conversation when they want it, and to building new points of connection. And the last reason is if you have a costume party, that is almost a guaranteed way to ensure that I turn up, that I will be attendance. I think I saw Delia mention mayhaps doing one. I will be there for that one. And yeah, that's my last one. So thank you for listening to my presentation. I will be taking any questions. I meant turn up here, but I realized that it could have meant like turn up. That is not what I meant.
I was like, turn down for what? Turn up?
I definitely was.
Like,
I thought.
pull up.
I definitely was like, oh,
Definitely
you're our way to turn up.
I'm not trying to
I
make
was like,
promises, but I'm not
oh,
gonna keep it
okay.
up.
So we know that we got to be in a fit so she can really let loose. Okay. Okay. You thought it was alcohol, but no, baby. It was a really good cosplay, baby. Now you know how to get them.
Oh man, both ends.
That was awesome. That was not what was on the form. It's fine.
Because that's the point. It's like without prompt, her brain said, "Oh, well, you know what? Actually, no. Let me run it back because this is what I'm thinking about right now."
And
that's
we love it. We love it. Like you said, it allows for spontaneity.
I just put together my outfit for Meg like yesterday, and so I was in.
I need to do that.
I love that for y'all.
I
really just pull up looking like whatever. I'm like, they can't see me, so it's fine. And one day I'm gonna be in the audience. They're gonna be like, "But
every time I'm at the every time I go to a WNBA game and like where my season tickets are, it's like you may end up on the television, and I'm like, I should have.
Oh my god!
Tried harder.
The pictures in the Discord. Sorry. Oh man.
Okay. Ooh, we lost Delia. Hopefully she's coming back.
I think she's getting her.
Here we go.
Together.
Well, thank you, DJ, very much. We're going to now move to our next presentation. The one and the only Delia. All right. Nope. Nope. Okay, let's pivot, and take a moment to do a campaign reminder. Nick, you want to take that one?
I forgot I muted. I was like, okay. We want to take a moment to remind you all that we're in the middle of our Fill Your Tote giveaway campaign. So head over to our DFTBA merch store to get your Black Nerds Create Magic Tote Bag. And once you get your receipt, just forward it to WeBlackandNerds, one word, @gmail.com. You can also get bonus entries if you buy an extra tote or other merch from the store. The campaign was just recently extended to May 31st, so you still have time. So grab your tote now. We've got books, art, and more to choose from for our 3 winners. And if you are a patron or baddie, you will have gotten, some little teasers of what there is to come, and you would have seen it on social. So, look at the tote. Check out the tote.
And there's already stuff in it.
She has stuffed her tote.
The tote is stuffed. Okay. But yeah, so buy a tote for yourself. If you don't need it, you can buy it as a gift. It's a great gift. You know what I mean? Like, it's about to be summer. People can put their little bathing suit stuff in there. You know what I mean? They can put their books in there. You know what I mean? We bringing back vinyls. You can put vinyls up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do anything with a tote. So
I once moved apartments using only totes.
I have totes. Like it's a mess. And I use them for anything. I'm like, oh, that red tote is the one that has all of my receipts. Don't ask questions. Just know that it's a tote full of receipts. But yeah, so buy your tote, head over to our DFTBA store, get the tote, send us the receipt. Don't forget to send us the proof so we can add you to,
And we
the
have
winter
so much
food.
stuff, y'all. Like
We have a lot of stuff.
we put together.
We
we
was
put
like,
our
I
list
don't know what the
together and
people
we said,
need. We have so much.
Well-
Like we have art. We
have
have
art.
books. You know. Portia was like, oh, I have all of these, but we was like, girl, starting on with the arcs and stuff. It's like arcs in there. It's some really cute. We got some cute stuff. Some little pops, Funko Pops, which technically you don't walk around with them in a tote, but you could. I think we can start that as we can start that like a boom, got my pop. This is how I show up. But yeah, so do your tote contest.
Can y'all hear me at all?
We can hear you.
Yeah. So y'all I don't know
There we
why
go.
it's so glitchy as I like switch cameras and everything. We may be no cam. I don't know.
Maybe when you like switch tabs or something, it's like blocking the camera for some reason. Like when you try to pull up your presentation or something, you know how I do sometimes.
I don't know. Like I've tried different cameras. I've gotten out of StreamYard altogether, and it's only when you pull me up. If like I'm behind the scenes, it doesn't.
That was an ADHD thing where you said it's only if you pull me up, and so I hit the button.
What
you
button?
did pull me up when I first popped in, so it was.
I don't
come
okay,
such fast.
Okay. Do you want to try to share your screen, or do you need me to pull it up and we can do just voice?
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen and we'll just do voice, I guess. As long as y'all can hear me, but y'all will have to like shout at me if like audio goes or something.
Okay. Well, everyone, get ready for Delia's 5-minute presentation. I'm not going to say what the topic is because maybe she also switched it. We don't know.
You seem very, very pressed that this has happened.
I roll with the punches. I'm flexible. Here comes Delia.
Okay, I want to also. There we go. Okay, can everybody see? Oh, let me open the actual chat so like I can see if y'all can see, so I can at least have that up because otherwise I cannot see y'all. Okay, this is exciting. So today I'm going to be talking about how anyone can do their nails. Did you know anyone can do their nails? You would think everybody knows that, but let me tell you what, not everybody knows that because I get approached all of the time about my nails because folks are like, I don't understand. You're so good at doing nails. Like, well, can y'all see that it's telling me about sharing? Okay, there we go. You're so good at doing your nails. How did you get so good? Or like, I could never do my nails like you. And that's just incorrect. So I'm going to tell everyone why you should do your nails and how can you do your nails. So for starters, I want to be very clear. This is part of the issue. Everybody's always like, oh my gosh, you're so good at doing your nails. I could never do that. You absolutely could because I was not originally a nail girly. Like not even like close. Like I would say I was on the opposite end of the spectrum really. Like if there's a spectrum and one half is you're into doing your nails versus not. I was further along on the not, like quite far. Those are my nails circa 2019. I have now been doing my nails for 4 years. So this was shortly before I started doing my nails, before I became the person I am now. I was not this person. And yes, I have influenced a lot of people to buy Holotaka specifically, but we will talk about other brands. But Holotaka is what kind of got me into doing nails. But yeah, I didn't think I could like that. I'm this person is so bizarre. I never thought I was going to be this person. So if you're the same, don't worry. You could also be Team Click Clack. And it doesn't have to be Team Click Clack. You can have short nails and be a nail girly. It's all good. So the things that I thought as far as nails are concerned, I thought that doing nails was a waste of time. I was like, I'm not doing all that. It's unnecessary. Like, why? Nobody pays attention to nails. I also thought I had crappy nails. I've told people, even to this day, people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize like your nails are so nice. I would do my nails if I had good nails, but like child, like definitionally, I do not have good nails. And I also just thought that I was bad at it. So if you have similar thoughts to me, or you're like, you have different thoughts, but along the same lines of why you shouldn't do nails, I was wrong. And so are you. And I'm going to tell you why. So as far as it goes as being a waste of time, that wasn't necessarily true. I used to think it took so long to do your nails only for it to chip like the next day or two and like, why am I going to spend that time? Like, I imagine the people who had their nails done, besides people who go get them done, we're not talking about those people. I thought the people who had their nails done were doing them every like 2 to 3 days, which is just wild to me. Like, why are who is doing all of that? I'm not doing all of that. So I thought it was a waste of time. But really, what I've since learned, yes, naked as a jaybird. Is that something that people say outside of the South? I just realized right very now, that could have been a Southernism. Sorry. Naked as a jaybird. Yeah, I realized that I wasn't using the right tools and techniques. Of course, I had to learn that by starting the process of doing my nails. But I was always like, I'm not going to do a base coat. I'm not going to do a top coat. Like, that just seems like a scam to get your money. But it really was just me skipping steps to try and save time and money. But it ends up costing more because I'm using more nail polish and I'm having to do my nails way more often than if I would have just taken the little extra time to use the correct tools and techniques. My nails are bad. That part is not incorrect all the way. Like, I do have a hard time with my nails. Like, my nails are not, they don't on their own grow long. I don't have the strength of a nail that you would need to have nice, beautiful, long nails naturally. My nails are always peeling. They just are. That's just genetics. You can't fight your genetics. You can do a lot with your nails, but you can't fight genetics. But that doesn't mean that they were bad. They just weren't cared for. If you care for your nails, you can do a lot with them. And lastly, I thought I was bad at it. I'm like, I'm bad at doing my nails. Like, I do all this work for them to look like, I did them myself, like, frankly. You'll see this picture in 2021. So I hadn't been doing my nails a year yet here, I think, versus this was a couple months ago below. Like, do you see how messy that is versus this? And 2021 is with practice. I started in 2020. You really need to think of it as like a sim skill. So like, you start at 0. Everybody starts at 0. And sometimes when you're scrolling online, especially Instagram, you're seeing people who have leveled up to like 10. They've maxed the skill. I'm probably at like a level 4. So you really can't compare them. You're just not good at it yet. You got to build the skill. It took me probably 2 years plus before I could say, oh, I'm going to like be able to do my nails without messing up too much, because I was always having to like clean them up. And even when I cleaned them up, as you can see in 2021, she wasn't cute. It's not, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with wearing your nails like that. Obviously I did, but it wasn't the aesthetic nails you see on Instagram, was it? So it's going to take practice. I wasn't bad at it. I was new at it. Oh, I forgot to put this TikTok in. Anyway, so why you should do your nails. Okay, so I'm wrong. We're all wrong. It's not as hard as we think it is. We're wrong about what it takes to do nails. But like, even if we're wrong, like why do them? Who cares, right? Well, one, it's a great form of self-expression. Like, I am so shocked. First of all, how much people pay attention to your nails. Nobody's paying attention if you don't do them. That was correct. I was always correct about that. But when you actually, I am a level 4, Connie. That's what I'm saying. Like, you think I'm a level 10 because you're not a level, maybe you're not a level 4, but like, you got people who go to school for this. I ain't going to school for this. Let's be clear. I do. Also, don't take my advice. Liability statement. I am not a cosmetologist. I've not gone to school for this. Blah, 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 blah. At your own risk. Blah, 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 blah. But that said, people, when you do your nails, really pay attention to them. And it becomes like an extension of your style, your self-expression. Like, I also know if I just want to, which is very often, just want to wear a t-shirt and a blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm going to look a little bit more dressed up because my nails are done. It's also a good form of self-care. Like, it's definitely me time. I sit down with my show or my whatever, and I do my nails. And it's just like a completely me zone for however long I'm going to do my nails. Sometimes it's longer than others. Sometimes I'm just trying to get them done really quick. And obviously, also, it's a creative hobby. Like, if you want to then delve into nail art, which is not really what we're here to talk about, it's still an artistic form of expression. So you get to get creative, try new things, try different color combinations, try designs. Once you start doing them, you kind of can't stop. But also, it's not a requirement. You don't got to get into the nail art of it all like it is here. And my biggest reason why like everybody should do them, everybody should do their nails, it's a dopamine hit throughout the day. Because yes, I do my nails and other people look at them, but I do them so I can look at them, because I look at them all the time, like in this TikTok.
Again! Again!
It's literally me all day. I was literally sitting here on this stream and I was like, oh, dang, that's crazy. These nails are crazy. I love them. So if you just want a little pick me up when you're in the office, you get in that elevator and those elevator lights hit, is really good. Is really good. So if you're convinced and you're like, okay, but how do I start? I don't know anything about doing nails. Or maybe you do. You're like, I've had the same nail polish for maybe 10 years, which was the case for me. When I started doing my nails, I had a collection of nail polish that I'd had, some of them for 10 years. First of all, keep it simple. Do not get overwhelmed with the social media of it all, because like there is a lot of nail art and like higher level stuff. You'll see gel artists doing wild things on their nails, and that's super cool, and it can be super impressive, and you can use that for inspiration, but that should not be the goal when you start out. We're not starting there. We are just going to paint our nails for our own personal enjoyment. And yes, I see y'all bullying me in the chat. I'm ignoring you. So what do you need? What do you need to start? Again, we're doing simple. We are starting simple. So first, we need acetone and cotton balls. That's to remove any polish that you may have. But when you sit down, if you're starting out with naked nails, you don't even need that necessarily. You need a base coat. Everybody needs a base coat, and everybody needs a top coat. These are key things that I would always skip out on and wonder, oh my gosh, my nail polish only lasts like a couple of days and then it's chipping. Ugh, what is the point? I know it does seem gimmicky. I swear that I thought it was a gimmick, but they really do. These are key to making your nail polish last. It's paint. Just like you paint anything else, you need to prime the thing you're painting, and depending on the texture of the thing you're painting, you're also going to have to seal it. It works the exact same on your nail. You need a base coat to prime what you're putting down so it sticks to your nail, because polish doesn't want to stick to your nail, and you need a top coat to seal it all in. You also need a polish you like. Just start with one single polish. I started with one single polish. My first polish that really got me into doing my nails was Hollow Taco's Rainbow Snow. I'm wearing it right now. Too bad my camera doesn't work, because she's so good. And that was kind of my gateway polish, if you will. But you get bonus points if you already own the polish. Like I said, I had a collection of polish that I thought I liked and started with, and I still own some of those to this day. Because, spoiler alert, nail polish does not expire. Fun fact. It might oxidize, but it does not expire. Again, I'm not a cosmetologist. Liability statement, yada, 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 yada. And also cleanup tool. This is going to make or break your what do you call it? Manicure, if you want to call it that, your nails. And you can use anything like a toothpick, an orange stick. Those are the ones that kind of have the flat tip. They're called orange sticks. I don't know why. You can use a Q-tip. Not my favorite, not my preferred. And also a cleanup brush if you want to get fancy and buy one. But you don't need to buy a cleanup brush. I probably half the time use an orange stick. And the other half of the time use a cleanup brush. But it really is whatever works for you personally. So I'm gonna give you some pro tips that I learned along the way that you do not need to. We're gonna skip some steps for you. I'm gonna kind of like on The Sims, you might get like a buff that will allow you to raise your skill a little bit faster. That's what we're doing. I'm giving you a buff to raise this skill a bit faster. You can skip some steps. My first tip, again, always use a base coat and a top coat. A base coat is also going to protect your nail from staining if that's something you care about. I don't really, but I do want my nail polish to last, because if I'm spending an hour to 3 hours, you will not be spending 3 hours unless you're really wanting to jump into nail art, which is totally fine. But that's not what we're talking about today. You want it to last. You're not spending all this time just to do it tomorrow, unless you are. I guess some people do. Some people do, but that's not me. I like my nail polish to last as long as it's willing to last. The next tip is clean up as you go. This is such a big mistake that I used to do all the time and wonder, how do people get their nails so clean? I don't understand. You'll see in this video, I use, I think, an orange stick and I think a cleanup brush, to clean up. Because while the polish is still wet, it will come off. If you wait till the very end when you're done with your nails, you're not gonna be able to get all that stuff that's stuck to your skin, all the scraggly bits off, because it's dried, obviously. You can pick it off in the shower, but it's not going to be neat. You're not going to have those clean edges. Do it while it's wet. You can do it. I've done it with a toothpick. I've done it with a Q-tip. I've done it with an orange stick. It will come off and it'll look about as clean as people you see online. And then the last tip, and this is the secret to the magic. Watch closely. I don't know if I'll be able to replay this video, but the secret to the magic is not starting at the base edge of your nail. If you notice, watch closely. I had to speed this video up when I first edited it, But look, I'll play it again. I do not start. I start about here, and then I push it down, and then I go all the way down up. That is how you avoid flooding your cuticle. Do you see? I start here, go down. Start here, go down, then you swipe up. Did y'all see that? I will play it one more time for the people in the back. Start here, go down, then go up. That is the key to not flooding your cuticle. And then you might only have to clean up the sides. Of course, I still flood my cuticle from time to time, but that's, again, when you're cleaning up as you go while it's wet. Got it? I don't want to see y'all messing this up anymore. I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve for sure. And lastly, take your time. I am not born with patience. I'm not a patient person. I don't have it. I can hyperfixate on things, which make me look like I'm patient, but I am not patient. Absolutely not. That is not me. But I had to learn that rushing is going to take you more time, because the faster you go, the more you're going to mess up your nail polish, and you're either going to have to, one, fix it because you've completely messed it up, or it's just going to chip later, because the way nail polish chips is that it's basically getting picked up. So if it's stuck to your skin, that's a way for it to get picked up, because it's not adhered to your skin. So it's going to lift up the rest of your polish. Same if it's in the cuticle. It's stuck to the cuticle. It's going to lift up and chip off the rest of your polish. Same with the edges. So take your time. It's going to take longer to initially do your nails. I would say if I'm just sitting down, I'm not doing any prep and I'm not doing nail art, I'm just going to paint my nails. It'll take me about 40 minutes maybe to do both hands. I would say if you're a beginner, it'll probably take you more like an hour. And then nail art, obviously, it's going to take longer. If you have prep to do, it'll take you longer. But taking that time means you're not spending your time messing up, having to redo them, or doing all the work, and then it messes up, so you just take it off because you're like, well, now it looks bad. Just take your time. It will get faster. The longer you go, the more you practice, but it's worth it because you save so much time in the end, I promise. So lastly, I wanted to leave y'all with the brands I recommend, because everybody knows I'm a Holo Taco girly, but I actually use quite a few brands. And I've tried a lot of brands. I've not tried all the brands that there are, obviously, but currently the brands that I recommend, I wanted to leave y'all with something. One, Holo Taco, obviously, the reason I recommend it so much, yes, it was like my initial foray into indie brands and cool formulas that you can't get at the drugstore, like indie finishes, as we call them. But it's also a good entry level because they have really basic formulas in a way. Compared to what you'll find if you start exploring other indie polishes. You're going to get very confused. Holo Taco is very beginner friendly. Mooncat, I did get Brit into Mooncat. I love Mooncat. They have super funky and unique formulas. Like, they're user friendly, but like that's where you're going for like just something that's like pow in your face. And I really like them for that. ILNP is a good, if you're like, I'm not an in-your-face type of girly type of person, I feel that ILNP is a good stop for you. I like in-your-face stuff, so I don't shop there as much, but I have had great polishes from them. Sir Colors, also great brand, but it is expensive for what you get, so I only buy them every now and again. And for the drugstore, so all of those are like indie or boutique brands, but for drugstore, like you go to the store, Sinful Colors. I've been using Sinful Colors since before I was a nail girly, and I still recommend them because I think they're the most fun brand at the drugstore. They still try and do unique stuff for on a budget. And then Orly has great creme or cream formulas, so just plain colors. And that's it. Go forth and polish your nails. Like, there's no reason not to. You got it. You just got to sit down and be patient. The end. Hold on, I got to stop presenting. Period.
Period.
I needed that presentation before the live stream.
I apologize. I did not think of giving it to people before the live stream. I may do it, like record it for a broader audience, or maybe do a longer one, because I did take out quite a bit. So if y'all had questions, I didn't see them, but if y'all did, I was limited to 5 minutes and I definitely went over. So, oh, you're muted, Robin.
I love the tip about not starting at the cuticle. I do that and they get flooded. And so that makes a lot of sense.
It's a game changer.
I tried to get into doing my own nails. I didn't get past the level 0. It's patience, but I will try again. Thank you, Delia.
You're welcome.
Would you like to stick around for our next segment, which is a game?
Oh no, what game is that? I will stick around. I feel bad because I'm like the only one without my camera, but I'll stick around.
It's okay. Your voice is lovely.
Oh, thanks.
This is
Oh, wait, I just saw the game. Okay.
UNC fame.
Too late.
Oh, here we go.
So we
Too
are
late.
playing One Gotta Go. Please play in the chat as well. And it's very simple. I'm going to give you guys some options in 4 different categories, and one has got to go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Don't sound so excited to play the games. Games are fun. Okay, first off, we're starting with Marvel movies. One Gotta Go. Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Endgame, or Captain America's Winter Soldier?
Wow. Actually, this is pretty easy for me. One gotta go.
Like Marvel.
Which one is
I
it?
don't know.
I don't know. Let's get rid of Winter Soldier. That sounds fun.
Damn. But I can't even take it personal. I can't take it personal.
Yeah.
It's
But-
tricky because, like, I mean, how does the one gotta go? See, I need to know what we doing. Like, if it goes, depending on the, you know what I mean? Like, if Winter Soldier goes, which I'm kind of leaning, it kind of doesn't let like a lot of things go also, and as well because of
I think it may be just. I would guess like just out of preference.
But I'm gonna have to say
they
Winter
are,
Soldier.
Well, what
Yeah,
if it's
that's
that
crazy.
the movie
I'm
goes, but
thinking
not
of
the
it as, like, you
story?
can never-
Nick. Like, so the plot line doesn't go away, but the movie
Yeah.
itself.
No, I'm thinking of it as like you can never watch it again. If I said Endgame gotta go, and Delia said Winter Soldier gotta go.
Bree.
You know the movie, so it all, but you can never watch it again.
That's homophobic.
Yeah,
Bree said
Endgame for me.
Your copies.
Bree said Ragnarok, and I think that's we need to unpack that because it feels like queerphobia to me, and I'm not going to explain that. I'm not going to justify it. It just is what it is because we get the winner boy and the captain in the other ones. We don't. They little solo whatever movie. They can go.
So funny.
It'll be fine. We get the best
behind
in Black Panther. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that little
Winter
cameo at the
Soldier.
end. It's fine.
Winter Soldier is my comfort movie, so it can't go.
Oh, whoops.
It's one of my
Comfort.
favorite. Yes, I love that movie.
That's
I will watch
like
it right now.
everything that's being said right now. Stressing me out.
On right now. Endgame could go, honestly.
Yeah, so okay, so you can never watch it again. That's where I'm sticking to.
Winter
'Cause I think that
Soldier.
makes the most sense,
It's not that I would
because
never
they're all
like. I love all
interconnected.
4 of them. Yeah, I'm like I love all 4 of them, but I feel like Winter Soldier. I love that movie. I love all the fight scenes.
I love it, and I have
I
such
love
a
I feel like it's such a
good
good.
memory
Like,
of
it's just
it
such a good movie, and so
that I
I would
could
watch
not
it
watch
again.
it.
I would watch Black Panther again. I would watch all of them again. But I just feel like, yeah, if Black Panther was anybody's choice, I feel like we would have a lot of questions.
we would have to go ahead and
In this community specifically, I just
ban
feel like
them.
that
Look,
would
I'm
be,
sorry.
That
would be like
We are not exclusive, but we do
groundbreaking.
have standards. Okay.
It's also,
Um,
I'm sorry, I just think that Black Panther is also just like, it stands alone from the rest of the MCU well, in terms of like, if it was like you erase it from your memory, I could watch Black Panther and be great. But also, technically, it's so well made. You guys might not care about that, but I care about that. We have got some very quiet people who have not given anything up. Portia, DJ, I haven't heard.
So I was gonna say, y'all know I'm behind on Marvel shit. I do not watch these movies, y'all. I have seen Endgame and I have seen Black Panther, obviously. But
I
the
chose
way you
phase one because we've. Wow. Okay. No. Right,
what?
Go on.
That's not phase
what
one.
I'm not
What
phase one,
I am-
and then I chose.
Okay. Apparently, I'm in phase one. That means all I'm saying is the
Right.
way y'all are talking about the other movies makes it clear to me I need to watch the other movies because you're like,
Yeah,
if you're like
that's very clear.
Endgame, I enjoyed Endgame, right? So I'm like, damn, okay,
Yeah.
y'all,
But yeah, no,
What-
like the
No,
problem is
Endgame
that
is
these are
great. I
all
love
great. That's
Endgame.
why it's why this game is hard. But I feel so strongly that my choice is the right choice.
Damn.
I feel like Winter Soldier got to go in this lineup. Like,
having not seen it, I'm sorry, Bayana. I will say Winter Soldier just because I'm more interested, I think. No, that is a fully
that's fair.
I just like
that's fair.
I'm just DJ is me. We connect in about gay shit. I don't know what to tell you. So Thor Ragnarok is just definitely going to appeal, I think, for certain reasons. I know, like, if this was a medium where I could drop the GIF, it would be dropped. But if you know, you know.
Hella in general, just yeah, I gotta go with Endgame. I think like the one thing about Endgame is that because it, first off, Loki, but secondly, I think because it's all just like a bunch of smaller, like, it was very satisfying at the moment, but it feels very clunky. Not clunky, that's wrong, because it makes complete sense, but like as a standalone movie, I don't really want to go back and rewatch it. Like, I will watch it if I'm doing like a rewatch of all of them. Woof. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Endgame is like it's like it's not really a standalone. It's a part 2.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, y'all getting rid of Endgame?
I concur with Endgame, but my reasoning is one that I did not like that it changed up my headcanon for what happened. Like, I thought there was like a soul world that we're gonna get with the soul stone, and we didn't get it, and I was annoyed by that a little bit. I was fine with the movie, but I was a little annoyed by that. And secondly, I think that my second takeout would be like Winter Soldier. But I think we need Winter Soldier because it's like the one time the MCU came through on a like spy thriller kind of thing that they totally messed up with Secret Invasion. So like we need that entry. So that's why Endgame has to go, because to sacrifice for the fact that we have no other spy thriller kind of thing that went off well. Black Widow didn't do it. Secret Invasion didn't do it. And so all we have left really is Winter Soldier to fit that category.
Nick, I gotta say, for gay stuff, the Bucky strut is very homosexual.
But see, the thing is that like
I appreciate
it is very much the strut is given what needs to be gay, but like that can't say.
I don't care about Bucky generally, but that strut.
But if I'm choosing between like one Bucky and I'm choosing between like that and like Hela and Valkyrie and Thor, please be so serious right now.
That knife move, whenever he caught the knife and dropped that
baby
is the move.
It just really comes down to again
also,
the level of hetero that is occurring because
like
that's very
Fast and the Furious.
Who did it first? I think Cap did it first, though.
Cap probably did it first.
I think Cap did it first.
Cap also has super soldier serum, whereas as far as I know, I have not watched those movies.
But can hold a helicopter. You know what? That's a different thing. Maybe that'll be my 5-minute topic. No, I'm playing.
We're moving on. Also, Ragnarok can't go because it has Odin being the worst father in the history of.
It's the best Thor movie. All the other Thor movies.
It's just one of the best. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, strong words being said here. Robin, do you want to take this, or shall I jump?
No, we should move on. We're trying to be on track.
No,
we're already behind schedule. We're moving on.
I'm okay if we don't move on, though.
Libel exists. This one is gonna hurt. But not as much as the next one's gonna hurt. This one's gonna hurt. Are you ready?
No, I'm good. I'm good on this one.
I already know my answer. So
yeah, we do.
I know, and your answer is gonna hurt my feelings.
It's gonna hurt.
Aang, Sokka, Katara, Toph, or Zuko. Who gotta go?
No one.
I mean,
Amani gonna get off of Aang's back. You're gonna get off of Aang's back. You're gonna leave Aang alone.
I mean, Aang is cutie patootie.
He is,
and I love
alone. The poor baby.
But like without the gang. He just
Avatar though. How you gonna do what needs to be done without the Avatar?
He gonna be
I mean,
reborn.
we got 3
Catch
out of
you
the
next
4
time.
elements here. I feel no, let me not.
Thank you,
Also,
Bree.
he's gotta
It
go,
is
but
Sokka. That is the correct answer. Thank you.
Wow.
Good day.
that's not the correct.
That
I am having flashbacks.
You know
to
what?
last year and Bree is
because
supporting
I
me
feel
last year.
like no, I feel like I have to take up for Sokka because like benders are like
don't play my boy like that.
no, but like benders are like benders. He gotta be around benders all the time, like and be normal. That's crazy. Like he has survived everything they survived without none of their like abilities. That's like crazy. You just gonna send him, you just gonna take him out. Like, no, we need normal people that like don't have powers that can like
staying. I'm sorry.
That's
I
why the
refuse.
Kyoshi Warriors exist. We don't need Sokka. They're normal people and they do things without freaking powers. We don't need Sokka. He's just there to be a guy.
do
who
need
does-
Sokka.
but they not
No,
they not
no,
that's
no.
not the question.
He's the
That's
mastermind.
All of y'all, put the fanfic away. Zuko is leaving.
Now that's crazy. First and foremost,
No, that's
this
insane.
is also homophobic somehow. I don't know how he got here.
No, he's
Zuko
This is
is
gonna end
leaving?
up as a clip on Instagram. I already know it because the reactions.
Oh my
I
God.
just don't understand why you would say such a thing. That's so wild to me.
That is wild.
Ridiculous.
Toph can't go nowhere. Toph is my ace. Like Toph.
Well,
is
Tom
leaving.
becomes a cop, so a thing
I
can
mean,
be said.
that's
We
true.
can definitely have a
With
conversation.
Faye,
But that's not
I'm
canon.
We can definitely have a conversation.
I'm
I'm not
Airbender
talking about
though.
that.
But I'm trying to
talking
be.
about
I'm trying to keep
does
it cute.
become
I'm
a
trying to keep it cute.
Nah.
Faye.
Toph does
Marty, I
become
feel like
a
that's
cop.
saying a lot because I have a lot of things.
Aang is a horrible father at that. Since we now
That
went to the
too.
future about it.
Toph is also
No,
a
Aang can
trash
go.
mother. Toph and Aang do not do well, and
Aren't
they
they
shouldn't have had
both
kids.
actors?
It wasn't for them.
Neither of them should have had kids. It's unfortunate.
Ciao.
They were not great. They were no.
Toph gotta stay. So unless y'all want to have your girl
Tom
bounce,
is obviously staying.
I'm so sorry that Aang is your dad.
No,
You know what I
Toph
mean?
is staying. Aang's got to go, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm very sorry that Aang is your father. It's very. And again, Toph
y'all
too. Her
really
kids
got
are
no
are.
respect for this child.
No.
That's
Y'all
a
talking
wild,
about- they're
crazy
talking
trial
about
I love
that
Aang.
saved the world.
I'm just saying, we just saying, if one gotta go, we gotta think about the whole. Like, I just feel like we gotta think it through a
The
little
whole
bit.
picture.
You're talking about their
Yeah,
legacy.
just like the big, zoom out. You know.
I will say, Portia, if Sokka goes, the gang crumbles.
It does.
If-
Yeah.
what?
And Zuko definitely like killed them all before that. I mean, before he gets redeemed, obviously. But like, no, yeah, they don't make it.
Really
They are very silly people.
over the Avatar.
Aang
And
has
let the
Avatar
Fire
say there's no
Nation
way he's
leave.
gonna
Like Aang doesn't.
No.
Aang doesn't even get out the ball. It's not gonna end up in here. You gotta think about these. He's just in out, not helping. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You gotta think
I
about these.
figured it out. No, wait, no. Aang got to go on the chin strap alone. That's it.
Like it just.
Oof. Oh.
The chin strap is rough. Y'all can't deny the chin strap's rough.
It just
It's
several
very
things.
rough. I wasn't
If
expecting us to bring
anything,
Korra
I
into
think
this.
we can all agree that White Aang can go
White Aang can go.
at the most. At the
I just feel like we gotta.
Movie,
At the very
movie,
least.
Aang.
Okay,
We'll get another Avatar in about what, like a decade.
Everybody?
It's fine.
You heard her.
Oh, I'm
know.
talking
She said-
about grown White Aang, not the live action White Aang. I'm talking about the
What?
one they drew.
Not.
Yeah, no.
We don't do the live action. We're talking about the
Yeah,
new
I'm not
live
talking about
action.
the. I'm talking about the. I'm talking about.
Talking about Korra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
I'm
someone
talking
who's
about
not watched
Korra.
Korra, I don't know any of these people. I've seen.
No,
I
you
might have
haven't
them,
seen the picture. You
but
haven't seen this
I
picture.
don't know. I might have seen them on the street, but I don't know.
But I'm gonna
I
drop it. Donna's like I'm pulling
I
it
don't
right
know.
now.
Look at this man.
We got to keep going.
No.
I want everyone to take a
this on
big
the record. We need it
breath.
on the record. Hold on. I think it's important we have this on the record. It's crucial. Hold on. How do I present?
I feel like I know what you're about to say.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're-
I'm
Annoying
I'm
people
saying
are annoying sometimes.
She's about to share White Aang with the world.
this
Share
is
screen.
this is y'all's man.
Not this.
Is this your man?
Not
I think
this.
in the world. If he's
Like,
doing
I
his
might have
job,
seen him on the street, but I don't know
It's
him.
because like he's still bald headed, but then he
This
said,
your
"I'm a."
king.
Is this your king?
He looks
Oh
like
my
he
God,
doesn't take care of his children.
Chelsea was the Avatar.
Actually,
That's a white man.
no.
We
Yeah,
don't-
no,
I don't
that's definitely
know.
given.
I don't.
That's
I don't
definitely
know
given
him.
like
I know
absentee
this
father.
little baby pacifist. I don't
Absolutely.
know that. I don't know him. I don't
To be
Okay.
a pacifist when we got
All right.
southern hands, it's the problem.
All
That's why
right,
he got to go.
hands up. I want everyone to take a
Okay,
deep breath in.
I would like to say something before you do the next one. By putting this on the schedule, you now take the crown of
Oh no.
and hate that I have from the last live stream.
Okay.
Of the
That'd be
ranking.
fine. That's fine. You can, and I also flamed you on social media, so that's fair. I want
You're
everyone to
flaming
take a deep breath in with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in.
No.
Hold.
Right.
Release. One more time. Deep breath in.
We carrying this anger. You know what I mean? This is fueling us. No, I'm not angry. I believe in my.
One's gotta
so
go.
bad, y'all.
As a fire sign, anger just sustains the flame. So we're just this is fun.
One has to go.
I feel like P about to say something crazy.
I don't even know. I didn't even look at what the topic is.
Beyonce album.
This is
Oh, this
ridiculous.
is
It's
not
gonna be
hard for me.
Renaissance. Is it gonna be Cowboy Carter? Is it gonna be self-titled or Lemonade? One has got to go.
I mean,
Woo!
this might be
I'll go.
controversial, but I feel like it's Cowboy Carter for me. I love it. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm choosing the one, I like the other ones. I literally still have been like, you know what I mean? Like I just been listening to it. Like
This is
Everything
not
is
an
love
option.
can go.
Everything is love was not on the.
Tricky,
No, but
that is
actually,
not an option.
It wasn't an option.
No, I'm taking
Everything
it.
is
I'm
love is a
taking it.
banger. However,
It's a banger.
It's got
Everything
it's
was
got
not
to
an
that
option
man.
either.
Cowboy Carter can go for me. Of the options, I would take it
Wow.
much.
Wow.
If we're on the
Wow.
third
Cowboy
I'm
Carter is
surprised.
crazy.
of the options.
They hate the establishment of bluegrass in the country to give us what we have for all music. Just to say that.
Right now.
I mean, that ain't the first. But let's say, I don't know. I stand in there. I'm not.
That's correct, Talia. You should love Cowboy Carter. That's
I mean, you can love it and still choose it as
The
the least
correct
of
answer
four.
is self-titled.
the correct answer is self-titled.
The correct
Well,
answer,
here's the
yeah,
thing. I had stopped
But
liking
I
not
know
stopped
we
liking
all
him,
love
but
the
like,
world stop. Like that was epic. But as far as the just album itself,
and the growth
See, that's-
Growth.
and the cohesiveness. I think that self-titled is
not
cohesive, but I
Lemonade.
think that the other
too far.
3 are like much more.
But see, I had stopped
cohesive.
liking Beyonce for not stopped liking, but I wasn't like actively a fan for a while. And then self-titled, I was like, oh, I actually, this is cute. I like her now. And like since then, I listen to that. Like I still listen to it. Like it's still in rotation. So I also can't say like maybe Cowboy Carter gonna be the thing that I'm listening to 5 years later. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have kept Cowboy Carter. But like at the moment, I still listen to the other ones. So it's
I
like,
can't believe it.
but I already.
That's my man.
There you go.
Now I can probably.
See, the thing is,
It's just like where they are in time. Like Cowboy Carter happened after we already had Renaissance. I don't know how to explain it, but like she had already elevated to a point where like the expectations were different. I think self-titled was like, oh, okay, wait, this what we doing now? Like I don't know. I just
See,
Yeah.
it's really funny. They thought that about before. And then,
but see, that's not an option, sis. Because
And
I
then-
would have said
Yeah,
that.
you
no,
didn't.
I know, but I'm saying, I thought that that's why it's not an option because I thought that 4 was when we were like, oh, this
We
is
would
what
have
we
had to fight.
on.
If you
No,
put
I
4
still
on the
wasn't
list,
really
quite frankly.
there yet
And
with
then
her.
she
Like
was
I was
like,
still
bang
okay,
in the
but I
face,
wasn't.
bang in the face, bang in the face, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, I
God.
feel like I didn't really. I don't know. I wasn't super into her in that time. Like I didn't dislike her. I just wasn't actively like, oh, but,
It wasn't checking
I
like
have
that.
issues with every album. Like, like Lemonade ends with her being nice to Jay-Z. I hate that for all of us.
Yeah, Lemonade doesn't take a journey.
After Daddy Lessons, I get a little annoyed on Lemonade, but I still really love everything before.
That's
like
wild.
Up until in the Daddy Lessons.
Of course, you said no forgiveness. No, no forgiveness.
I like them as songs though. I just don't like the content. But I'll be singing. it. I'll be like, we built sandcastles. Like I'm mad that we.
The thing is like I
doing
get
this.
it in the sense of like, especially in the initial moment, I could understand, but like the end of Lemonade is actually a bit like if you actually those songs are all great songs.
No,
I
the songs are amazing.
know.
I just hate that the content.
So good.
I don't like the energy.
I literally love
Love
those
Drought
songs.
is such a good song.
I don't like the
All Night is
energy
such
of the
a good, like
song.
those.
The only
I get it.
I love the
Lemonade
song,
like,
but
I just
the only
I want
Lemonade
to.
song I
do.
would get rid of is Superpower.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
self-titled.
I don't like that song on that album either.
Oh, is that self-titled? Which is the like
That's self-titled.
one on Lemonade?
Yeah, that's
What's the
self-titled.
like
I like that the one.
no, like she always
Yeah.
does her little one, like
I don't.
I don't like on self-titled.
Not freedom.
Self-titled
Forward.
I know that's why
Forward.
I like Forward. Forward.
Now, mind you, I don't know
Forward's
what
an
they're saying.
interlude.
It is not. I don't.
Yeah.
It is
I like
not that good of
Forward.
a song.
I like it
I
as like
I
the
don't like
bridge.
Definitely saying wild things in there.
Not
Freedom is
James
good.
Blake.
I mean, I would take freedom out.
Blake does not do anything.
And,
I
like,
wasn't
with
saying to take
2024
freedom out. I
context.
was just guessing. I was trying to guess which I was because I was
Right.
thinking because
That's what I was talking about.
superpower is very much like we're fighting against establishment, so that's why I said freedom, not because I think it's
No, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was about to say
I was thinking like content wise. I was like maybe
Me and Stephanie
Yeah,
are
no.
the same here.
I don't know. This is crazy.
I feel like the real answer is self-titled.
Y'all
But
are like
I think the
chat
real
has
answer is
been more-
self-titled.
So
The chat
here's the
has
logic.
stood on business more than y'all up here have.
The logic for me.
With the exception of Nick. Nick, you were wrong, but you stood on
But
it.
like, it's just I don't know. I don't have like. I would have those other albums.
I like
I
how
like
you
saying
like
it. Like I've lived with those longer.
Say it out loud,
So-
DJ.
I don't know.
DJ did say it. I think we all.
They said subtitle. Most people say, ain't everybody
We
subtitle
all
except
got
for me.
there. I'm just saying. I feel like my logic is my logic is FJZ from Lemonade. Then we have to go back to self-titled and see. We got Drunken Love. We got freaking
Which
we
is
have
a
too many
problem.
songs that are nice to Jay-Z on self-titled. And
I mean, Partition is a banger.
no,
though.
I don't want the
Partition is
imagery
like
in
top.
I'm like,
I'm sorry. Okay.
is it problematic? Yes. You got
Partition
you know
is such a good
several
song.
things being said that are like girl.
Very problematic.
But like,
You're indie.
does that make them less banger? Like we gon' like.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I had to draw my line. Beyonce is safe from this. She ain't crossed the line where I'm like, damn, I can't do. No, this is the problematic stuff I gotta live with. I gotta just own it because even after I'm rapping along to the song, I'm like, that's crazy to be saying that. But I'm still saying, you know what I mean? Like I'm still fully doing the rap.
Fully in it.
So that's on me, and I'll take that up with God when I get there. But
exactly. Sometimes we're just complicit, and it is what it is.
it is.
Okay. We're ending on this one. I didn't put this one. Who put this one? This is someone was like, we have to end on a nice note.
oh, that
This
was
is like
me. I was just like,
this is like a
not
mix.
nice, but nerdy. It's
Nerd.
Oh, Amanda,
I feel
you
like it might be
there is-
harder than we think.
There
I
is
think it might be
nothing
harder than
nerdier
we
than
think.
the conversation that just
It's
happened
definitely
around
gonna be
Beyonce.
No, but this is gonna be
There's
It's
nothing
true,
nerdier
but I
than
think
that.
that this one is going to be harder than we think it is. That's why I
Yeah,
put it.
I
Oh,
agree.
I can't wait. I don't know what it is.
Doctor Who, One's Gotta Go, Moffat, RTD,
Is that her?
Chibnall.
It's Moffat.
Well, I have questions.
I can't.
I have a
Can't get rid of
question.
Moffat,
Yeah.
then I
When we're
gotta get rid of
saying-
my doctor.
Where we're
Hey,
saying
that for you.
they gotta go. So, like, if we get rid of Moffat, do we get rid of Moffat's episodes under RTD? Like,
Yeah,
what-
that's true.
That's why I said.
But I feel like
don't
we're
know.
doing
We're going
showrunner.
back
Oh.
to we're going back
showrunner
to
maybe.
they exist, but you can never watch them again.
So
And
any
they're
episodes by the
Yeah,
person-
Moffat.
Oh.
That's super easy now. Damn, you made it super easy.
I gotta say,
It was already
Chibnall.
easy, but you made it extremely
It's
easy.
Chibnall.
I don't even go back to watch Moffat unless I have to.
but that
Really?
includes. But isn't like Science in the Library and that Moffat like?
I'm talking about the showrunner.
But that's what
You know
Robin
what?
said the
I was
opposite. She
thinking
said all the
there-
episodes by the
On
person.
all the episodes? I don't know what all
Yeah.
these people wrote. I gotta think about that. That's too much.
Yeah, but the ones that I
Off
do
the top
know,
of my
I'm like,
head.
because Moffat has done some crimes that I cannot forgive him for, but he's also given us some gifts, and that's
Yeah,
what is
I'm
difficult.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I
I'm
mean,
not here
okay,
for the
if
Moffat
we,
gotta go.
well, I mean, if we're talking about episodes, then it changes, I guess. I
But
have
then
to
you're
think about it a
talking
little
about
bit.
like there. I would say I didn't write this, so Biana, maybe you. But I'm thinking you can remember what they did, but that entire run you can never go back to.
Yeah, I definitely have a
That's
lot
why
of
I said Moffat.
Moffat episodes I'd go back to, and I have a lot. But I really liked Flux.
do
Like I
too.
genuinely, sincerely would go back and watch Flux. I enjoyed it a lot.
Mhm.
Can I say this?
I
as,
like
like,
Flux, and I like a lot of the Chibnall stuff and standalone. Like that's the best series to just. I want to watch an episode of Doctor Who and not have to like lock yourself into it, and you just pick an episode and it'll work by itself. And I think that like that is, I'm a binger, so I get like you want to have an arc, but when you just like I just need something. Oh, I want to watch something. I always end up really enjoying it when I watch it in that way. It's always when I'm binging stuff, it's like a little bit different. Like I prefer RTD.
I have to say, so I edit Tarbis now. I have not watched. I'm so far behind on Doctor Who. It's ridiculous. I will say that the entire run of Flux, when Nick and Delia were hosting Tarbis, I laughed my butt off. I still did not want to go watch a single one of those episodes.
Today, the episode that came out today.
And I was like, this is nonsensical. I don't know how y'all were having such a good time.
It was fun.
It was a good time. We got the Glam Fooglies. Man, bring them
The
back.
Glam Fooglies. Come on. Yeah. So yeah, the episode that airs today is I believe the Moffat episode for this season. So that's a little tidbit. But see, here's the thing too, though. Like I want to say Chibnall wrote some of my favorite episodes in the Moffat era. Because I don't like the Moffat era. So I have to find things to hold on. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I don't like the Moffat era. Like overall, like
I just hate it. And you know the thing is, like, how about rewatching it? It's horrible when you rewatch it because now you have the whole story. Like River, everything about River actually makes me bad when I'm watching. I'm like, this is horrible.
Everything,
it's really crazy. I don't know
why
you did it. Like it ruined River. It like made River not
okay.
I get the way like I thought. Like I liked her so much more before I knew her story. The story is like very wild to me. Like I just don't. So it's like you can watch it and enjoy the episode, but when you think about it as a larger story, it's like Amy don't get no justice. You know what I mean? My bitch just like, oh, you know, your baby was raised to be an assassin, but you kicking it with her, so you good. Like River is 27,300. I don't know how old she is because she keeps changing to infant. She could change to a grown person. They don't explain that. We don't know. Apparently, she was an infant that was like, you know what? I'm gonna become a white infant that turns into a black infant so I can be friend my mom. Like who? Like what does it mean? No. Okay, Mommy gotta go.
Something about the way this was phrased helped. Tricky said, I can't pull up the messages, but Tricky said, I would get rid of Moffat and deal with the consequences. Something about the consequences helped frame it for me. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I could deal with the consequences of getting rid of Moffat, nor RTD. So I guess it has to be Chibnall, even though I feel like Chibnall did.
But I feel like Moffat doesn't do like he wrote it in such a way that there is no consequences. So like taking out his stories don't actually change the larger narrative. That's like my biggest gripe about his series. It always like resets at the end. Like, oh, never mind, that didn't actually happen. The doctor didn't actually die on Trizalore. So what are the consequences? Like the story continues. Like
that's so true, Talia. Wait, hold up, Talia. It's coming in with the points. Chibnall did hold.
Yes, that's great, but
a lot.
Imagine about artistry or like our experience of it, and like the.
I just find, you know, it's one of those things. I think it also just depends on what you like for Doctor Who.
Okay, Rebecca with the switch up. She said RTD can go.
I can't answer.
I can't do that.
I think
racism and everything aside.
Oh, it might be no and Cootie. The way that I'm thinking of it is that like it exists, you just cannot revisit. But since it doesn't actually really exist yet, you would just have those like what 3 episodes with him. You can feast off those 3 episodes, Rebecca.
I mean, RTD did other like stuff before too.
Okay, yeah. I'm scared by Chibnall. I'm getting rid of Chibnall. I'll deal with the consequences. Okay,
I'm gonna go ahead and keep Moffat on the chopping block.
I'm getting rid of Chibnall, and I
will not be moved.
I will say that like the lows with Moffat are in hell.
Yes,
but the highs and the classics are very good, and and he gave me 11, and I cannot rewatch anything past the first season of 11, which is crazy to me. But that first season with 11. The crack.
Aww.
You know? I made Bayana get the crack. It was like a whole thing. It was a moment in which And and like I was looking around and little Aminata had her screwdriver and I was like, got him, So
I changed my mind. I locked it in. I'm unlocking it in. Moffat can go on the chopping block because I just remembered my sister and my mom are doing a rewatch right now because my mom has refused to watch any of that era, and my sister loves Clara. So like, they're like, we're gonna do it together. We're gonna rewatch, and they have much more nuanced opinions that are much closer to what my opinions were on rewatch. So they're like telling me what happened, and so in a way, it's fresh in my head. And he admitted some crimes. He did.
I said the lows are in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They are.
I changed my mind. Okay.
Okay. We're moving on. Bayana.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I
don't think we're gonna see you again unless you want to come back to play the next game.
No, this was torture.
Yeah.
I made myself okay.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna go because I would like to be. I can't comment at the same time, and I want to be in the comments, so I'm gonna go hop over there. Kiki, bye.
Ooh. Okay. So yay, we're already at it. Yeah, we knew that was. Robin was optimistic. Anyway, my presentation is about Lion King and why it's the best. I was gonna do something else, and then it randomly popped in my head like 3 days ago, and I said, I'm gonna do this instead. So let's go. First, some background. 1994, an important year. Lion King came out. I was born. All of these very important, auspicious, As a baby, Lion King and The Wiz were like the two movies that had me together. I literally don't know how many times I've seen it because my parents would just put it on to keep me quiet. This picture is me. I cropped it, but those stuffed animals, I gave the Simba to my brother when he was born. And my youngest brothers still have them. So it's not a game out here. Also, I was not allowed to watch like the other like Disney princesses. So I don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? Like I've seen maybe a few of those since as an adult, but it's really Lion King and like Mulan, and that's pretty much it. Also, I will try every Lion King at least one time. I just, that's pretty much it. Like even if I'm still like kind of about it, I will watch it at least once because it's my shit. Moving on. So reasons why The Lion King is great. The first one is a classic. It's a pop cultural marvel. You can make any kind of reference and people will know what it's from. The soundtrack is a banger. The score, all the songs, like literally everyone knows them. I think Robin told that story about like being at Coachella and Hans Zimmer played The Circle of Life and everybody just like swarmed because it's that important. It's something that is so personal. Lion King 2. So there are a lot of sequels that came out of that particular era. All of them, yes, are like cash grabs. This one is the best one. It's the best plotted, best paced, best made of them. Soundtrack has even more bangers. And then also something that I discovered maybe 4-ish years ago during the pandemic is that Kiara and Kovu are an enemies to lovers gateway, like star-crossed lovers. Most folks, if y'all like realize now that you like enemies to lovers, at least in millennial range, more likely than not, if you've seen this movie, that's where it came from. I do not know if Lion King 2 went to theaters because I was a baby. But it might have, I'm not sure. And then Lion King 1.5, which is basically Lion King retold from Timon and Pumbaa's point of view. It expands the world building and character backstories. We see like Timon's whole family. We see all these different kind of like perspectives of scenes that we already saw in the original, with extra songs, and it's hilarious. If you have not seen Lion King 1.5, you need to go see it. It's really great. And honorable mentions. So the Timon and Pumbaa TV series that was on Disney Channel That was great. The Lion King like musical on Broadway. Asterix, I have not seen this yet, and I want to so bad. We were supposed to see it last year, and I don't know what happened. But anyway, trying to see that. Lion King 1.5 game on Game Boy Advance. Like my siblings and I used to fight over whose turn it was on my brother's Game Boy to play this game. It was so much fun. And then the Mufasa prequel. Again, I have not seen it. It's not out yet. But like I said at the beginning, I will watch pretty much every Lion King at least once. But yeah, I want to see Lion King so bad. I'm very jealous, Brie, that you have seen the Broadway show. Okay, the live action. Now I know what you're thinking. No one asked for the live action. It's not even really a live action because there are no people in it. It's just CGI. It's not really important, except that it is, because we get this. Even though the live action itself does not matter, was just a cat. Again, I saw it because, like I said, I'll watch any Lion King one time. But it did give us these other like really important cultural moments. To start with, The Gift, right? Beyonce was in the live action as Nala. But then on the back end was able to create this amazing work of art. A lot of people have been calling it essentially Act Zero of of her latest like trilogy that she's working on. It highlights African music artists, Afrobeats, and kind of part of me wants to say introduced. I know that a lot of these folks already had their own like careers thriving, but at the same time, it kind of introduced them to this wider audience of folks who may or may not have been paying attention to their music and to just all of the like different talents that folks have. And yeah, it also incorporates the movie as interludes, so it's very cohesive. And as you're listening to the album, it's literally going through The Lion King like as the story, so you can find it or you can like follow it. And it's no skips. Like literally, I listen to this all the time. I'll put it on now. I'll throw it on and then put Renaissance on after. Like it really is a great project. And then brought us Black is King, which is unfortunately, at least so far, the last like Beyonce visuals we've gotten. So if you're just like, wanting to see a Beyonce project and you want to see something that is honestly like just as great as Homecoming, I think is probably the most like, we were talking about cohesion in when we were fighting earlier. And so I would say that Black is King and The Gift are like extremely cohesive projects. It retells The Lion King in a way that again highlights Africa and African cultures. And like it's one of those things where, it's literally The Lion King story. As you're watching it, you can like see it playing out in a way that like is very different and more interesting than what they did with the live action. But again, we wouldn't really get it if we didn't have the live action. It also came out during quarantine, so it's like such a great moment because like, shit was not great and we were all stuck in the house, but we could, watch Black is King. And yes, the Find Your Way Back. That's like, honestly, Find Your Way Back. I loved that song. But then when I saw it in Black is King and like the actual video, like it immediately jumped to like top 2 for me. Like I already liked it and then it immediately went like just skyrocketed. Those visuals are like great. Again, and then the looks. There's so many great looks from this film. And then without this, we also wouldn't have gotten this. Like we see, at Renaissance, Blue Ivy has her like debut and she's literally dancing to My Power and Black Parade, which are from this album. So also tidbit, Blue is going to be Kiara in the Mufasa prequel. So again, live action on its face, maybe not as important, but literally we're getting to some really important like pop culture moments. So that with that, that concludes my presentation. Thank you. You're muted.
That was brilliant.
Amazing.
Thank
That was amazing.
I
was
want to
like-
go back to like 5-year-old me and be like, oh, you have no idea.
Literally, it's something I like thought about when Black
Enjoy
is
the
King
Lion
came
King
out.
today.
When Black is King came out, I was like, wait, no, this is actually. It felt so just like full circle in a very strange way.
I really honestly thought I made up that GBA game. I was like, I remember playing on a handheld, but I was like, is that real life or did I like make that up? I was like, I remember it because I think me and my mom, were like, she wanted to play her little centipede, millipede, or whatever. I'm like, girl, I need to play my Lion King. But I really thought I made that up.
It was so good.
All right, we're gonna move on and we're gonna go fast because we are so far behind. This is supposed to end now, and we are halfway there. I'm gonna do.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It was a wonderful presentation. I'm gonna do my presentation, and then we're gonna play a game, and then we'll keep going. All right. Hello, family. This is my 5 minutes called Why You Should Follow the WNBA, a BNC presentation. This is tailored for this community. I want you guys to know that because that's the way I, designed it. And here we go. Top 3 reasons why you should follow the WNBA if you are into the BNC, or if you're into BNC. Constance, you better sit down. And how you can relate. Prepare a pen and paper. Let's have fun. Take notes. Okay. Reason number 1, baddies love to support baddies. And let me tell you, the league is full of baddies. Okay. We have, if you frequent Drip Drop and Baywatch and the baddie chat, you will love the W. So right now here, the players, they are competitive, and this extends to their fashion and tunnel fits. This is a rookie, Cameron Brink from Stanford, showing up and showing out. It says got league pass, like they also be doing their own press. This is Arike Agubawale and Satu Sabali of the Dallas Wings coordinating. Okay, Asia Wilson ain't never stepped a foot out of place, just killing it. And then this is Ray Burrell also. Look at that. Look at the coordination. They are professionals in all sense of the words. Because it's cute. Okay. So there's some more of like the fit, but also, just adorableness, fit, and faith. Okay. Reason 2, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. It not only satisfies your Baywatch, your drip drops, but it also satisfies your stay woke, your politics, right? A majority of the WNBA is Black women or marginalized identities. They're not all women. There are some NBs, non-binary players. And it has a very large and outspoken number of the alphabet mafia. They are out here. They are strong. They are proud. They are frequently outspoken on the front lines of social justice issues. The 2020 bubble season is like the best example of this because they dedicated that season to Black Lives Matter. As you all know, 2020, things were popping, whatever. They said, we are kneeling. We're wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirts. We are people of color and marginalized identities, because I mean, at the end, you know, they're all at least women, right? Even if they're white women, they know a little, you know, whatever. So in 2020, they were like, this is about Black Lives Matter. They would wear, say, her name shirts. They wore Black Lives Matter shirts. They wore Breonna Taylor's name on their chest. And then Senator Kelly Loeffler at the time was an owner of the Atlanta Dream. She owned like 49% of the team. And she was like, I think these ladies need to stick to sports. And the team that she owned came out to their next game with Vote Warnock shirts on. Said, F that woman who write the checks, she could go. They couldn't get her to sell the team, but that actually happened, and now it's owned by a new ownership group, including Renee Montgomery, who was a former WNBA player. So the whole culture changed. Just, woo, it was great. Oh, also, like, they spoke out about Brittany Griner. I think I missed this slide, but that's okay. They're on top of it. Number 3, and this one, if you are part of the BNC community, you love mess. We're all Marie Kondo stands, okay? And there is not a league messier. I know the men love mess, but the women make it an art form, okay? So, homosexual rigmarole. You got teammates marrying teammates. This is Vanderquigs. They met playing on a league together overseas. They got married. They played together in Chicago. They won a championship together. And then Vandersloot decided that she was going to become a Liberty, because people, you know, make mistakes, whatever. Everyone has bad choices. And Allie Quigley, her wife, retired and just went to New York with her. Now she just sits on the sidelines looking cute. I love it. You got DB and AT. They play together on the Connecticut Sun. I need y'all to know that on Tuesday, as in of this week, as in today is Friday, on Tuesday, DB, aka Dewana Bonner, passed her ex-wife Candace Dupree to become the 5th leading scorer in WNBA history, off an assist by her current fiance, Alyssa Thomas. Where else are you going to get that? Tell me of another place in which you're going to see something like that. And then the media went and asked her ex-wife, what you think about that? That's amazing. Come on now. You got sports icons, Sue Bird, Megan Rapinoe, crossing sports, you know, legends, if you must. Then you got rivals, Izzy Harrison, who is a baddie, again, Tosh Cloud, who is for the streets and have also, you know, dabbled in other professional athletes, and other WNBA stars. It's great. There's never a lack of relationship drama in this league. So if you are like, you know, I really want to know what Andy Cohen thinks about who's dating who, you can watch the WNBA. Drama. These women are great. And it's not just the women, it's also the fans. But Diana Taurasi, who is a menace to society, also aka the Grey Mamba, she broke a door during the championship series in Chicago. She went to the Chicago arena, Wintrust Arena, lost the game, broke their door. Chicago then goes on to win the championship. And at the parade, they invited the door. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay. Twitter clapbacks. You can't see this whole tweet because I decided on this cute little layout and it didn't work, but I didn't care. We move. Skylar Diggins-Smith is one of the best point guards in the league. She now currently plays for the Seattle Sonics. We're on my TV right now. And just Jasmine, she's not in the league anymore. Anyway, one of the players had something smart to say about Skylar Diggins-Smith. And on Twitter, she said, girl, shut the fuck up. Okay? And that is not like a one-time thing. This happens daily. They are on Twitter. They will respond. Tosh Cloud is currently in a fight with some dude from South Carolina. Okay? And it is wonderful. Jokes are flying, memes are going back and forth. I love it. You got villains. I put Liz Cambage. You could also say Derek Fisher, Diana Taurasi, whatever. But also, you have like a deeper, more like if you're into sociology, right? And we like to talk about these things, like the racial disparities in coverage. So this is Paige Becker. She's not in the league yet. She will be next year. She won an SB award, and she was like, y'all keep giving it to these white girls like me, but the league is mostly Black women. And you'll see that with like Caitlin Clark right now, and everyone thinking that she's going to save the league, but she's currently getting smacked down because these women are professionals. There are only 144 players in the WNBA. These are the best 144 women basketball players in the world, okay? None of them are scrubs, except for that old lady in Phoenix. But, she did something at one point. She's not doing anything anymore, and she's just skating off of her name, and I don't know. But all of that's here. You like sociology? You like to talk about misogynoir? You want to talk about teams who want to invest, like the Aces versus ownership groups who want to use it as a tax write-off, like the Indiana Fever? It's all there, guys. The basketball is just an icing on the cake, okay? Yes, I am, Amani, because she stinks. So in conclusion, if you are a member of any of these channels in our community, the WNBA season started on Tuesday. It continues. League Pass is only $35 a month. And yeah, get into it. Thank you. I did it.
You did that.
Hey.
I'm still not going in sports ball. But I love the energy. Like sometimes I get tagged in there, and then
tag whenever there's some cutie.
But the problem is, like, what you don't understand is that, like, that's just too much tagging when you think about it.
I was putting it in Baywatch for a while, and then I was like, no.
But the thing is that, like, now in Discord, you can just pop in there. You don't have to join it. So, like, I'll be like, there it is, and then I'll leave. And then I also clear it from suggested, so it doesn't return until I'm tagged again, which Amani knows and continues to tag me.
Oh, I forgot about Ellie. Ellie is wonderful. She is the mascot for the New York Liberty. She's like, her and Benai Jelani are the only two things that the New York Liberty have going for them. She dances.
I'm gonna need you to stop.
She wears her Jordans. She'd be shaking it. She did a whole Little Kim routine in front of Little Kim.
Love it.
It was amazing.
And I love that. I'm not gonna watch a game, but I will support the way, everybody Black.
I will say on
all that.
Wednesday, I believe, Nalissa Smith was playing against her ex-girlfriend, Dejanay Carrington. Dejanay, a baddie, okay? Follow her on Instagram if you do nothing else. She's also from San Diego. Anyway, they ran into each other, and then Nalissa picked Dejanay up from behind, and the amount of fan cams that were made.
I was gonna say, I didn't know
comments.
What and the energy was about to be. I thought it was like,
and things that were and basically smutty fanfic that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. Sometimes you gotta
RPF got it.
Sometimes you gotta watch the game so that you can see those moments happen in real time.
The thing is, though, is like people gonna make the gym so I can avoid the 2 hours of stuff I don't care about for the 20 seconds of the thing that I am going to find interest in. It's like I can watch sports movies because they condense all the games to about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm like, oh, that was a thrilling game because it's all the good stuff. None of the stuff I don't care about, not doing stuff, But that is great. You should join the community because
Robin,
sports ball exists. For sure.
Nick is resistant, but you should know that we are organizing a whole group trip to the Mystic Sky game. So you had some success here today.
I will be there. Tell me when.
And, you know,
Are you really?
I'll go to a game. I like watching live sports. I just cannot commit to any television at all.
That's
really.
okay, because you will be going. You have already committed, you and your entire family, to at least 2 games starting next year when the Golden State Valkyries show up and show out.
Yeah, I'm not against that. I
want to do at least a few Liberty games for the New York folks. So let me know when y'all going.
All these are WNBA?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, you learn something new every day.
The Liberty aren't important, but, you know, if you must, because there aren't that many teams. There's only 12 teams. There will be 13 next year. If you must, sometimes you got to take what you can get. You know what I mean? I drive 2 hours to go see the Sparks. So, and they're not good.
I've seen the Sparks one time in real life. It happened. I was there.
Whenever you want to see them again. I almost called you. I almost called you on Wednesday because I was by myself in Long Beach. But
we gotta keep it moving.
Yeah. Okay, we got to keep going. So now we are gonna play.
Well, hold up.
Oh no, we're doing a quick teaser.
Yes. We did not fully organize it. It's Tarbis teaser time, y'all. As Robin mentioned before, we have a Doctor Who after show podcast, Who Watch Time and Relative Blackness in Space. Thank you to all the Whovians who are still on this live stream right now. That's a new episode dropping tonight. And
it technically those up before this.
Okay, again, that's fine, because after this, that's what a lot of us gonna be doing. So honestly, you made the right choice, because if you're gonna watch after this, you can be on the live tweeting with us, do it all together. It'll be a fun time. But yeah, so just wanted to acknowledge that y'all are real ones for coming through, even though there's new Who today. And if you got some time tomorrow afternoon and you are a BNC baddie, you can be at the live recording with us at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And then we've got 3 questions here, so I'll let Nick answer first. What do you think of the series so far? So like the 3 episodes we have so far. What are you excited about? And I already answered that last one about when people can join.
What do I think of the series so far? I think it's cute. I think it's really cute. The thing is with RTD, like, because he's coming back, we on the lookout for his isms, for his like the things we know that he don't do great, right? So it's like I'm enjoying it, but I'm also like,
well, it looks like Ty had dropped a thing that maybe addresses that. It was I couldn't read it because it was during this, but it seems like Ty maybe got to talk to him about some of that.
Right. So I'm like, I haven't watched the episode, so I don't know. I haven't I'm gonna watch the episode, read the thing. But yeah, so it's like enjoying it, but with like that, kind of guarded heart, so you don't like get too invested. Then he do something silly. So, but I think it's fun. It's like fun, and I think fun is important. Like I kind of feel like sometimes doctors stop being fun, or just like you're not like you watch it, you like kind of exhausted afterwards. Maybe that's a hot take, but like even when I have issues or like I think about the episodes or whatever, it's like, oh, but that was fun though, right? And I also think they have like Shuti and I'm not knowing names today because I'm about to say Ruby Tuesday again. The girl, I'm so sorry. They have really good chemistry, so I like actually enjoy watching it. I'm like blanking on names right now. I enjoy watching them. I think they have really great chemistry. So like it's one of those things where kind of they might be able to like act beyond the limits of the writing, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of like hopeful about it. And I'm just excited about, I don't want to spoil stuff if people haven't started yet. So like I'm excited about lore that I think may be introduced. We talked about it in the previous Harvest episodes, but I kind of feel like if that is a place they're going, I'm really excited to see how they do that. And I am excited about, it seems so far that like the showrunner is like picking up what was put down by the previous showrunner, like very much feeling like we running with the Timeless Child, all the other stuff. So I kind of love the idea that like building on that. So I'm excited to see the ways that they build on the Timeless Child and also the new lore that they appear to be dropping. I like really am excited about how that might play out. No spoilers though. What about you?
I was trying to get the link to our little cute TARDIS page on the site, and then the site was looking weird, and I didn't know if it was my computer or whatever. But that's why you shouldn't try my test. I agree with like what do I think of the series so far? I still feel like we're very much at the beginning of the story, which there actually are not a lot of episodes in the season, so I'm kind of like, we gotta like, where are we going? Can we start to get there? Maybe the episode today will do some of that. But I do like the Doctor and Ruby's like building relationship with each other, and I like that I think Shruti's Doctor already has like unique characteristics, right? In our episodes last time, we're talking about like this is just in the way that he is talking about his past, or like bringing Ruby on, just different things. Some of it is giving me anxiety. I'm like, this is very different, but also some of it is cool because I like that the different doctors have their quirks, and I feel like we're seeing a lot of that already. And then what I'm excited about, I'm excited about the like mystery around Ruby, and learning more about where she came from, and also maybe about the Doctor's past too. Like, it seems like RTD might be really just building on the stuff that came before, and like Flux and all of that. So I'm excited to see if we get more kind of weave-ins from Flux, because I don't know, we didn't know what to expect with that. if that would be a thing or not. So yeah, that's what I'm excited about. And I remember I looked up the episode title yesterday to start our agenda, and I promise I don't remember it now. But some folks have watched it already. I'm about to watch it after this. And we're recording tomorrow, so come through.
Awesome. I will try to watch Doctor Who, but if I don't, I will be.
You should. It's been fun.
I will be catching up through editing the podcast. Now we are being joined again by Portia, who is going to give us a presentation. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. Take it over,
Please.
but
Bear with me. I am not in my normal location, and the Wi-Fi is a mess. Robin, I don't know if you have. Can you share your screen? So the presentation, when we can get it boosted, is kind of like a continuation of the discussion that other people have had so far already. In a weird way, I feel like we've all been inspired to talk about things that make us happy, and then also things that are kind of reflective of our childhoods. And I feel like this is kind of like a merge of the two things in a way. So I'm calling this one Our Kids Are Forever. A presentation is staying true to the artsiest you. And I may or may not have been inspired by a certain scene in Amari and the Knight Brothers. And this is a manifestation of that. Next slide, please. So when we were young, if you think about it, like the vibes were all about just being you and doing that with whatever that is. And then with art, that meant if you were a little messy, if you're finger painting and things got all over the place, it didn't really matter to you in the moment because you were doing the thing. Next slide, please. And that is all because it was all focusing in on all the big energy that you had for the work you were doing and all the things that and getting it out and get through putting it out. Next slide. Really quick one.
Oh, nope, she's back. Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. This Wi-Fi is the best. So that's why I'm trying to go through this as quickly as possible. So the main thing is, my main theory, my main hypothesis, my main thesis statement is, we have to go back to the parts of ourselves that didn't have that inner critic raging over our shoulders. We got to look at that inner critic and be like, who's going to check me, boo? And not even yourself. Don't let yourself check yourself. Next slide. Focus instead on building out your craft and taking all that creative energy you have and just doing the thing. Stop holding yourself back when doing your nails. Stop holding yourself back when engaging in a brand new fandom like the WNBA. Like, stop holding yourself back on throwing some art around, some paint around on a canvas or typing up a story. Like, just do the dang thing. Next slide, please. Every day you have the opportunity to be just who you want to be. You can get dressed how you want to dress, like DJ talked about in a costume party. And every day can be a new costume for you, just like it was when you were younger. And you could be a princess one day and a pirate another. You can be who you want to be every single day. And especially when it comes to your art, that's the best place to live it out because it's your art. You get to talk about who your art is. You get to decide what you want that to look like. It's all on you, boo. And don't let your inner you keep you from being you. Next slide, please. Because at the end of the day, next slide, please. The day's got to end. Thank you. You may as well end it happy.
Take me to church. Wow. Thank you, Portia. I was
unprepared.
You know? There's been a lot of cancer slander, so I'm not saying anything except that was wonderful.
Let the people know. We got to let the people know. That was a word. Several people are feeling that all up in here because, you know, a lot of people, we psych ourselves out. So it's good to be like reminded that you can just enjoy stuff. You can just jump in and do it and enjoy it and have fun. And it doesn't have to be a whole production and it doesn't have to be stressful. It can just be fun.
I love that. Okay. So we are waiting for our last presentation of the night. But while we do, before that happens, we have one more little teaser for you, which is Wizard Team.
Yeah. So, I'm not looking at the agenda, but yeah. So Wizard
What are
Team,
we currently
as y'all know,
reading?
we're out here on Wednesdays. We are currently reading Black Panther: Tales of Wakanda. It's our first mini series ever, so we're actually like, I think we only have a couple more episodes left before we're done. But yeah, we're reading this anthology, which I happen to have on my desk. I just realized. Yeah, this. So y'all should if you have not read it yet, or if you have it and you're just like waiting, like now's a good time. Like I said, we've started the series, so we're like about halfway through. But podcasts are forever, so you can read it and then come to the episodes. But the way we have it structured is first episode, we've kind of just talked about the book overall, and then we've each chosen a story that we connected with and really liked to discuss for like a full episode. So the one we'll be doing, or the one upcoming, is Robin's pick, which is Heart of a Panther. And yeah, so if you're right now, if you want to join us on Sunday, our live recordings are currently open to the public. So 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern on Sunday is when we'll have our next recording. It will only be open to the public for the remainder of the mini series. So if you just want to come and like hang out with us and talk about Black Panther, you should. With like 2 more weekends, I think.
You can also, we're going to be seeing whose story is the best. Maybe not the best, but who pitched their story.
Who's the most persuasive?
Who's the most persuasive about why their story is the best. So there's, like always, we want Wizard Team to be as interactive as possible. We want to hear your guys' thoughts. If you like a story from that anthology that you think we should have picked instead, let us know why. And yeah, we will be kind of highlighting those those comments and stuff when we get them. Not just like, you don't have to attend the live recording. Like if you put something in the Wizard Team channel or email or DMs or whatever,
social media,
we'll see it, and if it fits, we will talk about it. So
do you want to talk about what's next after the miniseries of the anthology?
Yes. What is next?
Isn't it that girl Bree Matthews?
Bree Matthews, we back.
Bree Matthews, are we going back?
We checking back in.
We finding our way back.
Starting blood marks. Oh, what am I guessing?
We got to figure it out for real. Yeah, we're gonna have like we're gonna have a break, because we didn't really take a huge break in between. I realized like we took our hiatus after we finished Amari, but both weeks that we were off, we had bonus episodes drop, so we weren't actually on a break for real. So we're gonna take a break and then we'll be back, and we're gonna be on Blood Marked. So if you're got a lot of feelings about that book, as I'm sure everyone who has read it does, or if you have not yet read Blood Marked, you should do so. You have like a little over a month. So now you're on
You should read it.
Don't let her interrupt you from reading Blood Marked.
Ooh, she preaching again. I suggest getting it on an audiobook app and then taking a long walk and just sitting in those fields.
I don't love the audio, but
I don't love the audiobook either, but I'm saying if you got to get it,
get it. Yeah, make the time.
Got to get into it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now we are going to be joined by a baddie, the baddest, well, the fluffiest of our baddies, Brett, who will be presenting for us. Are you ready?
Oh, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes.
Yay! Okay.
All right. The floor is all yours.
Okay, yay. So, I could not think of a topic, and then Robin helped me. come to this one because I know entirely too much about Disney Channel original movies because I've watched them all over the past year and a half. So I'm just going to be talking a bit about the DCOM villains. We don't have time to talk about all of them because we would be here all day, but I broke them down into 3 categories. So someone can hit the slide for the next one. Okay, so the first DCOM villain, and this is really just like kind of an archetype of a villain because this is in almost every movie, but there's always a dad, a father figure that looms oppressively over the entire movie to the point where it suffocates most of the other characters. Personally, I think that a lot of the DCOMs are secretly thrillers. I also thought about doing that as a topic. I also think that a lot of the men in these movies are covering up murders, but yes, that's also another story. Anyway, so the dad in motocross is the kind of villain that we all unfortunately have encountered, which is this man who is so attached to the quote unquote like stereotypical gender roles that he had to make sure everybody in his family lined up in those. And if they stepped out of bounds, like Andy in motocross, she wanted to do the bike thing. The son was trying to help. The mom was just trying to be free. And he was not having any of it. So this is unfortunately a villain that we have all experienced. And he just kind of stands in for all the dads in majority of the DCOMs because they are all pretty terrible. So the next villain that I will tell you about is in Cowbells. And I will tell you why there's just a silhouette and question marks. But if you do not remember Cowbells, it is the movie with Ali and AJ Mashaka. And they're like rich daughters of a man who owns a dairy company. It's not really a lot of logic in the movie, but the mom had like a magical yogurt recipe. And so they have a ton of money. They are told that they need to work for the dad's company because they're too spoiled and they don't understand like the price of a dollar, yada yada. So they go and work for the dad's company. The employees hate them naturally because they are just kind of princesses and they don't really understand hard work. But as they're working at the job, they discover that somebody is stealing all the paychecks. Nobody can afford to get paid. Somebody's siphoning all the money off. So, and the person that is doing that is somebody called Bob. Bob is the dad's best friend. Bob played the long game because Bob was the business partner and the best friend to the dad. He had been planning this for a minute. Bob left with the money because at the end of the movie, they never found this man. He went to some foreign country. They did not get the money back. They did not get, I mean, they saved the company, because they did a fundraiser, but like that man absconded with all those funds. And so Bob is the kind of villain that I aspire to be because I think he's the most successful DisneyCon villain. And he is a silhouette because I cannot tell you what this man looks like. I cannot tell you what he sounds like. I don't know if I actually saw him in the movie, but I can tell you that he got away with the crime with no consequences. So Bob is iconic for that. The last villain is Val from Brink because Val is the kind of villain that all the other villains wish they could be. So Brink, I think people probably remember Brink with the skater guy and going bio on a 540. It's got Christina Vidal. Shout out to Taina. And Val is Brink's biggest hater. One of the quotes he says is, "Before, I just wanted to beat you. Now I'm going to humiliate you." He was always hovering behind that kid, making sure that he would experience his downfall. But Val also had charisma. He had a hair flip. You can see in this little GIF that I put up here. It was blowing in the wind. That's why I said maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. The hair has always been pressed. It was laid. It was blowing like he had one of them fans that Beyonce be having as she walks through the world. And also Val was the most committed to the villain bit because first he tried to sabotage Christina Vidal. He threw the rocks on the sidewalk. He told Brink, okay, stay on the inside edge, because what he was going to do is have her run over the rocks and just get injured, which is what she did. Y'all may remember Boomer. He's the black kid in the movie who has the like concave hairline. It's really unfortunate. But at some point in the beginning of the movie, he breaks his leg. And I think that Val was behind that also. He found a way for his own teammate to lose his leg. And then in the final race, this is attempted murder part 2. Him and Brink are racing side by side in this GIF that I have up there. He is slamming Brink into vans on the side of the road because he is committed. He is willing to do what needs to be done. And he is just the most iconic villain that I think I had seen in all of those unfortunate DCOM movies that I did watch. And I did all that so that you all didn't necessarily have to. But that is my ranking for the DCOM villain. Val is the one that everyone wishes they could be. Bob is the one that I will hopefully eventually get to. And then the dads and the DCOMs are the unfortunate ones that we have seen. So thanks, everyone.
Ooh.
I don't know if that was 5 minutes.
Thank you, Brett. It doesn't have to be. It was perfect.
Great.
Thank you.
Great.
This was fun.
Thanks so much. And you guys check out Britt's podcast. You want to give us a little plug?
Yeah, so we it's called In Hindsight, and we just watch nostalgia stuff from like the 90s and 2000s. Our first like 4 seasons were DCOMs. That's why I know entirely more than any human should know about a Disney Channel original movie. But right now we're doing dance movies. So cringy in a different way, but yeah, you can check that out. Instagram. Technically we have a Twitter. But yeah, everywhere that
apparently Britt has very strong opinions about Step Up to the Streets, which do not align with my beliefs, which is that it's an amazing movie.
Oh,
well,
it's up there with
the booty dance
from
is
Justin
like
to Kelly
by itself.
From Justin to Kelly is a banger. I haven't seen Step Up to in a long time.
The Streets,
so I can't
Step
actually judge. Yeah, Step Up to the Streets. You're right. I haven't seen it in forever, so I can't.
And the Streets with
I
a
can't
V.
actually.
It might be Streets with a V.
I don't think it's Streets with a Z. I think they held back on that.
They had some cool, barely, but they had a smidge. So it's an.
Was it like 2 Dutry? It's something in there, but I can't remember.
Either way, it's classic.
Okay. We can do a movie night.
Gonna be
I love a watch party.
AFC or whatever, the Criterion Collection. Thank you, Brett. All right. I said this would be an hour and a half. I was only off by an hour.
That's fine.
Fine. I had a really good game that we had to cut, and I'm really proud of it because I like literally made it up. Like the game only existed in my head, and I think it's gonna be one of those like The Great American. I don't know if you guys ever saw. Portia would know what I'm talking about because she watches Parks and Rec, but not Great American's not Parks and Rec. But anyway, it's a great game. It's gonna be a classic. We're gonna bring it out the next live stream, but thank you guys.
Oh, now it's time to say goodbye to
all our company. M-I-C. See you real soon. K-E-Y. Why? Because we like you. M-O-U-S-E. Who's sorry. That was my first fandom. I could do that whole rap too.
Yes. But yes, that was my way to start out. Thank you all for joining us and celebrating the birthday with us. We were on nostalgia and I just took it to a place that immediately kicked that in for Robin, and I love that for us all. Yes.
You can send us a birthday gift at blacknerdscreate.com/support. if you have not done so yet. Thank you.
And for more information on BNC and our content, go to blacknerdscreate.com.
And then keep up with us on Twitter at Black Nerds Create and on Instagram at Black Nerds Create. I feel like if you have not joined our community at this point, you should just do it because it's fun and we're great. And you can do that at bnc-community.com. Don't forget again about our tote campaign. It goes through the end of the month. Get your tote, send us the receipt, get, maybe get some goodies. And yeah. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Thank you. Go watch the WNBA right now. It's on Ion if you have that channel. I don't know.